Shut.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, A.J. Brown, one of the best in the NFL with the ball in his hands, and there's another example why.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's that cut right there. Hey, DT, what's a good movie, good? How? From Comcast? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who? Who the nigga talking to? DT, what you did to that boy?
He'll get this to Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop. Never
you said that 3 years ago.
And it's second down. Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return will stop right around the 25. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. On second and a long way to go. Jackson drops this off with Nwangu. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't
I'm in my Madden game.
after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another
What's it called? You don't play your Madden game?
Humming here in the early going.
Off the play fake.
I just say, but she usually be the first motherfucker to play.
And he's not.
I say usually be the first nigga to play.
Back at the 22. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I hope you bounce back, boy.
To take a sack, you really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down here in the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Now it's Jackson. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kene Nwangu hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown.
Oh, can you get me a water, B? So. Didn't I do it? I don't think so. Or Bay could give me some water with some ice.
The Charger drive about to get going. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you
I did it, yeah.
guys so far?
Well,
stop playing with me.
The team is still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team. And for those players,
we're Trey and Diaz.
But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go.
Yeah, because the vitamin waters is in the way, I think.
Got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
Fuck.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL.
And he eat that cheesecake.
It started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
You just want to shush.
Setting up to throw on first down. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Ain't bait since you eating it. Can you heat up my brownie?
You just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second.
I been found it.
I thought he did a nice job.
No, I been found both of them.
Nothing could get to the outside.
Then you really ain't find it because the remote that's in here supposed to be out there.
His way back inside and made the tackle.
Yeah, exactly. Swear you be doing something, your little melon head ass.
Here on second down and 11. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams.
Who that is? That's you? That's 50, yeah.
And went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the
Ravens? Not really. He's straight. He's solid.
And they got it done.
Definitely beatable.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL.
How your team sorry? Didn't you have a lead? But you heated up the brownie? Huh? What is it, B?
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Wait,
Some of the
hold on,
fans
check him out, dude.
don't seem too happy about what
Who you
we've seen
heated
in
it
this
up?
first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on
I know, because this song got to play the game more.
Practice is called coming out session.
No,
Start the
true.
ball inside
Yeah,
the 5,
shit,
start
more.
on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to
You?
go.
A nice run there, 9 yards.
Oh,
and it'll be
shit.
second down.
There you go.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Flush to his right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Plenty of shouts from this crowd.
Nigga just challenged that?
The replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Yeah, a league game in another league.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough
No, I'm playing
job.
my Dolphin
You and I
game.
both know that. Yeah,
But this shit PG-13.
way more often than they get it wrong.
I play D.
To throw again is Jackson.
Yeah. No, I don't know, bro. Offer me Tyreek Hill, bro.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nothing fancy on first
I don't want that nigga to what's it called?
Type of a play. Hit that slant.
I want him to lose. Jeezy tanking. I don't want him to the trade deadline.
If you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's second and a yard.
They had money on that game. I mean, they got money on the what's it called?
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red
He gonna
zone
tank though. He told me. That nigga tell me everything for some reason.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense
Oh, babe,
a
he
little bit
dead.
to get the running game going back inside.
But you fast forward? You fast forwarded?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, this shit
and the
crap.
Dolphins go nearly the length of the field
What's up?
and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up
the
and
biggest
good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to
come here, stupid ass nigga. But they thought that was the man getting it at first.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to do is calling every play.
What? You talking about that big metal piece?
You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Dumbass nigga said it was 2.
Ultimate patience here. But you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll fake
he was with the dude.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, God. That's me right there. I know some do what.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando.
I know he's going to die big, but he ain't dead yet, right?
We'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
What the fuck the doctor gonna do for him when they strut like that, B?
Catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line.
Yeah, so if up there, stuck there.
The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game. Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
At the Chargers' 45-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
At the 10-yard line.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
D, where you gonna hop on?
I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chargers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
Hey, we got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T.
On 4th down, Herbert. And hauled in by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Herbert now. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
They certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Jackson flushed out right. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Ready? Mike Bobo. 60 Eagle.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Completes it to Hardman. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he spins past him and into space. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.